Allah, 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 Kareem Allah, 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 Subhanallah, Allah, 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 Sultan Allah. يا رجال الله نظركم مددكم همتكم ساداتنا الكرام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. MashaAllah, today we have the heavyweights. Heavyweights of ibadah. Abid. Abid. Alhamdulillah. Shaykh Antar is here. Shaykh Wissam is here. Shaykh Ismail is here. And the rest. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep us in His service. Always keep us at His doors. There is a guy by the name of Wahb. Wahb bin Munabbih. He is tabi'i. From tabi'in. He is from the ones that have reached to Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and accompanied them. You have to reach a pious person and accompany them. That is the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the sunnah of Sahaba kiram, the sunnah of the ones that have come after them. They have reached a follower, a companion of the Prophet, and they have taken ilm. This Wahab bin Munabbah, that Shaykh, that tabi'iyun jalil, as they said, he is very honorable tabi' follower. He is originally a Jewish from Yemen, like Ka'b al-Ahbar. He has reached the time of Sahaba kiram and accepted Islam. He converted to Islam. But his plus or advantage that he knows a lot of stories from the older books. He knows a lot of stories from the previous books. So Sayyidina Wahab, he is known for hikam and mawa'id, as they said. He is known for wisdoms and advices. So he said that in the old times, there was a abid. MashaAllah, all of us are abid, worshipper, ubbad, too much worshippers, too much worshipping. When it comes to our advantage. When it's time to break fast, everybody comes to zikr. Before then, 5 people, 6 people. No, iftar, it works for our advantage. And when do they come? At 7:45. You see the whole back filling. Before, nobody's here. Oh, what's this here? Yeah. That abid, mashallah, worshipper, that worshipper, he was worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when Shaitan approached him. As Shaitan approaches each one of us, Shaitan wants to let you leave what you're doing. Why are you reading Quran? Why are you bringing Darud, Salawatul Sharif on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why are you being nice to your wife? What's wrong with you today? Why are you being nice to your neighbor? Why are you being nice to the people on the street? No, you have to be angry. So he came to this abid and he tried, as Sayyidina Wahab is telling the story, he tried to misguide him. He tried to deceive him from all sorts of angles. Basically attacking shahwa and ghadab, lust and anger. He couldn't. He came with everything that glamorizes your eyes, mesmerizes your heart. That is shahwa, that is the desire, the hidden desire, the lust. He couldn't. He came through fury and anger and rage and ghadab. Also, he couldn't deceive him. He continued on the path of awliyaullah, on the path of anbiyaullah. So he came from khawf, fear. MashaAllah, everybody today is afraid. A year ago afraid, 10 years ago afraid. That fear that he comes to you, that you will, something is wrong, something is going to happen to you, you have to be afraid. A mu'min is never afraid except from his Lord. A true mu'min is the one that has لا خوف عليهم, no fear touches them. So he approached him with every angle, from every angle to make him afraid. He could not. La ilaha illallah. If there are some children that are not quiet, there is upstairs masjid. Hassan, did you open the TV? Shaykh? It's open. You can follow from the TV. It's on Sufi live stream. We have people that have come from every place. They want to hear something. Yeah, Allah knows. So he approached him from fear this time. So much so that nothing worked on this Abid. He took the shape of a snake. Shaitan can take the shape of anything he wants. Do you believe that, Shaykh? He can take the shape of a human being as well. You know how he came to the people of Quraysh? He came in the image of a Shaykh from Najd. You know that story, Shaykh? He said, you want to kill Rasulullah? You want to get him out of your way? You want to eliminate him? This is what you do. Look into the seerah. The kuffar of Quraysh, they gathered in their club. And they were saying, how we get rid of this one? This Shaykh from Najd, that Shaitan came in that image. He said, I will tell you how to eliminate him. Get rid of him. Get a young man from every tribe, from every clan. And his blood will be spread all over the clans. His Banu Hashim will not be able to avenge your murder. That Shaitan came in the image of a Shaykh. Read it. A human being. So to this Abid, he came in the image of a snake. And when you see a snake, what do? You fear, afraid. You startle. As the story goes, this snake came. This Abid is in salah, not looking right, not looking left. He is istighraq. Istighraq when you are deep into something, way down. He came around his feet, up the body, up, until he came onto his face. That Abid is still in his namaz, in his prayer. And when he wanted to make sajda, that snake came down and prevented him from making sajda. He moved the head of the snake to make sajda, and he made his sajda. When he was done with prayer, he left. That Abid. And Shaitan also left. So Shaitan approached the worshipper from where? From lust, from the angle of lust and desires, from the angle of fury, rage and anger, from the angle of fear. He could not get into that worshipper. That worshipper was from Banu Israel, from the children of Israel in the old times. So he came to him, as Sayyidina Wahab is telling the story, and he said, I tried everything, but nothing worked on you. I want to be your friend. One. And I don't want to ever deceive you again. So this worshipper, this Abid said, I don't need your friendship. Then Shaitan said, okay, wouldn't you want to know how I deceive people? Deceive the worshippers? Deceive the faithful? He has left the unbelievers. The unbelievers are already out of that way. They are doing whatever they desire. They are not on the way to the divine presence. They are on their way. But Shaitan comes to the believer, to the one that is holding faith in his heart about the Creator of heavens and earth, that one time I will stand in front of him. He comes to that one. So he said, do you want to know how I deceive Muslims? How I deceive mu'mins? How I deceive the faithful ones, the believers? Don't you want to know? He said, sure, tell me. He said, the way I deceive mu'mins, that's the way Shaitan deceives us. He said 3 things. These are the main ones. Shuh. Ever heard of shuh in Arabic? It is stinginess coupled with greed. Basically, he says, I come to the believer from that angle of shuh. I make his money look very little in his eyes. So he doesn't give out of it. He doesn't give his zakah, he doesn't give his sadaqah, he doesn't spend it because he sees his money so little. Even if he has millions, he sees his money as nothing. Not only that, وَيُرَغِّبُهُ فِي أَمْوَالِ النَّاسِ, and he makes him desire the wealth of others. So shuh is stinginess plus greed. You are stingy, not even giving zakat and sadaqah, but you are desiring the wealth of others. He said, I approach the mu'min that way. Does he approach you that way? Check yourself. He approaches you that way. Why? Because he wants to prevent zakah and sadaqah and ihsan. One. Second, I come to him from hidda. Hidda means rage, fury, anger. If somebody gets angry, he said, we turn him around like the boy turns the doorknob. Any way you want. You turn him, you wind him up. The angry person can be wound up. Shaitan winds everyone that gets angry slowly, 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 slowly up. He says, and I don't care if he revives the dead. Shaitan is saying, we don't care if that person, that mu'min revives the dead. If we can turn that doorknob, if we can turn his anger up, we don't care what he does. يُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. How does he revive the dead? That means he revived the dead, the hearts. Ulama, scholars, shuyukh, rabbis, priests, bishops, popes, whatever it is, what is their job? Their job is to revive your dead heart by the water of knowledge, the divine knowledge. So they say, your heart is revived. Yes, you get that knowledge and your heart finds life. But that one that is giving you that knowledge, he says, we don't care if he revives the dead. If we can get him through anger, fury, and rage, we can control him like the boy revolves or turns around the doorknob. So do you get angry, O mu'min? Shaitan approaches you from anger. Be careful. Shaitan approaches you from stinginess and greed. Be careful. He said, and if all of that fails, the last thing we approach him is through drunkenness. We like the drunk ones. Not only wine drunk, no, the ones that are drunk from hubbud dunya, from ghafla. There is two kinds of sikr, they said, sikrul khamr wa sikrul ghafla. The one that you are, when you become unaware of yourself, the others, and your environment by getting drunk by alcohol, through alcohol, and also through ghafla, heedlessness. You are unaware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a huge drunkenness. When somebody is unaware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you are unaware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fears enters your heart. So he tried on this abid, he tried shahwa, ghadab, fear. He tried lust, anger, desires. Didn't work. Fear didn't work. So he's telling you, if you are ghafil, if you are heedless of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will be afraid of anybody and everybody. If you are furious and raging and angry person, he will turn you, or the shaitans will turn you around like a doorknob. Open and close, up and down, whatever they want. And if they approach you from that shahwa, from that desires, they will make your money look very tiny in your eyes, and they will make you ask for the others' wealth and others' money. So be careful how shaitan approaches you. Oh Muslim, shuh, hidda, sikr, stinginess with greed, and then anger, and then unawareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and heedlessness. So if you obey shaitan, he will take you to where he is going. If you are from these three categories, you will go to where he is going. But if you oppose shaitan, why did Allah create shaitan? For you to step on him, for you to oppose him. So he says, don't give, you give. He says, get angry, you don't get angry. He says, be afraid, you don't get afraid. So basically, whatever shaitan tells you, you have to come against him. If you come against him, as that waliullah we explained I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, that he saw in his dream as if Qiyamah came up. Yawmul Qiyamah is established. And group of people went to Jannah and group of people went to Jahannam. So he went to the door of Jannah and asked Ahlul Jannah, how did you get inside? They said, بِطَاعَةِ الرَّحْمَنِ وَمُخَالَفَةِ الشَّيْطَانِ, by the obedience of Rahman and by disobedience to Shaitan. So he went to the door of Jahannam and he said, how did you get inside? They said, بِطَاعَةُ الشَّيْطَانِ, by the obedience to Shaitan, وَمُخَالَفَةُ الرَّحْمَنِ, and by disobedience to Rahman. So if you want to be from Ahlul Jannah and Shaitan is playing with your heart, do the opposite if you can. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support you. If you ask madad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support you. Will support you with His angels, will support you with His saints, support you with things you don't know. But ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aun. That's why Mawlana Shaykh Nazim always used to say, Ya mu'ayna al-ajizin, Ya mu'ayna al-ajizin, the one that helps the weak ones. We are weak. So understand the tricks of Shaitan. Shaitan deceives you through these 3 categories. Greed with stinginess, anger and rage, and the last one is fear. Fear. Be from the ones that are la khawfun alayhim wa lahum yahzanun. If you have reached that level, nothing will touch you in this world, nothing will touch you in the hereafter. You will be straight in the divine presence with all the rest. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us from them. So continue your ibadah, continue your ibadah, and if a snake comes and wraps itself around you, move it aside and pray. And that snake is your own ego. When you stand up in prayer at tahajjud time, believe me, the ego has wrapped itself around you, preventing you from doing ibadah. First, it does not let you get out of the bed. Second, it does not let you wake up. Third, it does not let you take wudu. If you pray 2 rak'ah, you say, I'm going to pray sitting. Too tired for this. That's too long. Let me sleep a little bit. That snake is true. It's a spiritual snake. It's he used to call it, our Shaykh used to call it dragon, ajdarha in Turkish. Ajdar, I think it's also Persian, maybe Urdu too. Ajdar is a huge serpent. That is a serpent that comes to you, that is the agent of Shaitan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from Ahlul Jannah. So come against what Shaitan whispers in our hearts, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to step on him all the way to Jannah inshallah. Ameen ya Rabbi. بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم وبحرمة الفاتحة.